has been a presentation of the Yes Network. Soaring into history. Your home for award-winning coverage of the New York Yankees.
It's a rivalry that spans more than a century.
Yastrzemski will not get its home run.
See ya! A home run! Bernie Williams! Jeter on the run, makes the play, and flies into the stands.
His first at-bat of the game. There's a fly ball deep to left, and the Yankees are going to the World Series!
Bit of an overcast evening here in New York City, but it is time for baseball as Pix 11 presents New York Yankees baseball. Tonight, it's the New York Yankees against the Boston Red Sox in the middle game of a three-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball along with Ken Singleton. I'm Michael Kay. Good game last night. Pretty interesting. Yankees win 6-4. Gary Sanchez had his requisite home run, but it was another baby bomber who had the big blow.
Well, the Red Sox had tied the score in the top half of the seventh inning, but the bottom half of the inning, Tyler Austin. This is going to be his fourth Major League home run. All four have come at Yankee Stadium, and all four have given the Yankees the lead. Well, the Red Sox rallied. They came on at the top of the ninth, 2 on, 2 out, and that man's at the plate. David Ortiz. Tyler Clippard strikes him out. That's it. The Yankees win it by a score of 6-4.
All right, so that was last night. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup tonight. Clay Buchholz will get the start for the Red Sox, and for the Yankees, it's Brian Mitchell, 1-2 with a 4.50 ERA. Coming up, one guy's career is ending. What a great last season. Another guy's just beginning. What a great first couple of months. When we get back, there's a connection between the two. Meredith Marakovits explains next on Pix 11.
Welcome back to Yankees baseball on Pix 11. I'm Meredith Marakovits. Gary Sanchez and David Ortiz both come from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. I caught up with Gary Sanchez to ask him what David Ortiz meant to him as a youngster from the Dominican.
Bueno, siempre veía los juegos cuando era niño y ya David Ortiz era una estrella en ese tiempo. Y nada, yo decía por mi mente, yo pensaba, yo quiero ser así como están ellos allá, quiero estar en grandes ligas así como ellos y nada, y hoy en día jugar en contra es algo muy bonito, se ve.
Yeah, big influence, you know, as a kid. You know, I remember watching the games and seeing them play here in the big leagues. And at the time when I was watching, they were stars, you know. And I remember saying to myself, you know, one day I want to be just like them, you know. So today I have the opportunity to face them, and it's a beautiful experience, you know, to face them tonight.
You're back behind the plate. How do you keep his bat at bay?
¿Cómo lo mantiene? ¿Cómo vas a hacer para que él no le haga daño al equipo? ¿Cómo lo piensas atacar hoy?
Bueno, tratar de hacer buenos picheos, que el piche haga buenos picheos y nada, es un buen bateador como quiera. Tratar de que el pitcher tire los picheos bien.
He's a really good hitter, you know, so you have to mix the pitches, you have to hit the location and work with the pitcher, you know, with the game plan.
Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Brian Mitchell gets the ball. Michael Kay with the call. He'll be joined by Ken Singleton after the break.
Ball is brought to you by Hyundai. Looking for a car with better tech and safety? Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. By Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. By your local Tri-State Kia dealers. Visit TriStateKiaDealers.com to learn more. By Raymore and Flanagan Furniture. Furnishing your style. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit Geico.com for a free rate quote. And by ChevyOffers.com. Now, the Yankees have taken the field, so why don't we take a look now at the Red Sox starting lineup, which is brought to you by Honda. Great deals are waiting at your Honda dealer. Second baseman Dustin Pedroia will lead off. Batting second, the shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Yankees held him hitless last night, including the last out strikeout of David Ortiz, and he's the DH tonight, hitting third. Cleaning up the right fielder Mookie Betts. The first baseman is Hanley Ramirez. He's going to bat fifth. Batting sixth and playing center field, it's Jackie Bradley Jr. And look what he's done against the Yankees this year. .358, 7 extra base hits, and 8 runs batted in. Brock Holt at third base will bat seventh. Batting eighth and playing left field, Andrew Benintendi. And the catcher is Sandy Leon. He is going to bat ninth.
Brian Mitchell. Young Mr. Mitchell, 25 years old, gets a start against the Red Sox. He's had one start against them this year, had a no decision up at Fenway Park, and no wins, no losses in his career against the Red Sox. If we look at his numbers overall in the season. Let's check out our pitcher scouting report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. Another power arm for the New York Yankees. In fact, the Yankees are just 14 strikeouts away as a team for setting a new franchise record for strikeouts in the season. Now, his last start, was his best start in the major leagues. That was at Toronto. He went 6 innings in that game. Unfortunately, the Yankees got shut out. And the only player to hit a home run off Brian Mitchell this year is the Red Sox shortstop, Xander Bogaerts, and he'll be up second in the first inning.
Red Sox are 92-65. The Yankees have come in at 81-76. Let's take a look at the Yankees defense, which is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And let's go to the defensive schematic. Gardner, Ellsbury, and Williams. That's left to right in the outfield. You've got Headley at third. Didi with his 20th home run last night. He's at short. Castro's at second. Mark Teixeira back in the lineup. He is over at first. Gary Sanchez. He DH'd last night. He's behind the plate tonight. And Kenny told you all about Brian Mitchell on the mound. Well, the magic number for the Red Sox to clinch in the American League East is still one. Either a Toronto Blue Jay loss or a Red Sox win, and the Red Sox would clinch. But yesterday the Blue Jays beat the Orioles, and the Red Sox lost here to the Yankees. And the Red Sox loss snapped an 11-game winning streak, which ironically enough, Kenny, started against the Yankees.
Yeah, it was that night that Hanley Ramirez hit the home run in the bottom of the ninth for a walk-off victory against the Yankees at Fenway Park.
Last night was a very interesting, entertaining game. We'll see if this one lives up to it. Pedroia, 6 for his last 13. So he's had a really good year, especially since they've moved him to the top of the order. He's ready. Brian Mitchell is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch is a strike. And we're underway. John Tumpane is the home plate umpire. Alan Porter at first. Brian O'Nora at second. And Jeff Kellogg is over at third. Kenny, I guess you could say that last night's game was very engaging.
I see where you went there.
Well, that was everywhere today, Kenny.
Oh my goodness! I'm watching TV. You're right. Just about every station I turned to, this young couple got off to a national start with their engagement.
Here's the 2-1. He could not hold up on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2.
Yeah, we're talking about the power arm, and Mitchell's got one, 96, 97 at times. And if his breaking ball is working, and he's still working on the changeup. That's his third best pitch.
Grounded, right side. Castro's there. One away. What we've noticed over the last couple of series where you play the Blue Jays, who are a good team, and the Red Sox, who are a good team, yes, there are certain batters that have a propensity to pull the ball. But in big situations, we saw the Blue Jays do it in all 4 games, saw the Red Sox do it last night, they will go against the shift and they will pick up base hits.
Yeah, the shift isn't really on for Bogaerts, though, because he can hit the ball just about anywhere. You see Castro shaded somewhat up the middle. Bogaerts had, what, 3 hits last night? That's his 20th 3-hit game of the year.
There's a strike.
He's yet another good hitting young middle infielder.
And we touched on this last night. You don't have to outlaw the shift. Have hitters do a better job of taking advantage of the shift, and then it'll stop. There's a strike. Moving 95-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-2. Well, that had some dart to it. Almost had cutter action at 95.
Yeah, the Yankees were counting on Mitchell coming out of spring training. Unfortunately for him and the Yankees, he was injured.
Nubbed in front of the plate. Gary Sanchez fields. 2 away. And here's David Ortiz.
And when you think back on Mitchell's injury, I mean, it happened with about a week to go in spring training, or maybe even less than that.
2 guys from Santo Domingo. 16 years between them. One's ending his career, one starting what looks to be a pretty special career.
Well, even David Ortiz didn't do what Sanchez had done at the beginning of his career.
He was let go by the Twins. Red Sox got him essentially for nothing. Pitch outside. Yankees controlled Ortiz yesterday with an array of off speed. Any fastball that you saw was a fastball up and out of the zone. If you wanted to swing at that and chase it, they would allow it. Like that, 2-0. So he was 0 for 5 last night, snapping a 7-game hitting streak. There's a strike.
Yeah, he is battling Edwin Encarnacion of the Toronto Blue Jays for the American League lead in runs batted in. This is the 4th year that David Ortiz has driven in 100 or 20 plus runs. And only 2 of the Red Sox players have done that. Jim Rice had 4. Ted Williams did it 7 times. Teddy ball game.
Two-one.
And when you think about Ted Williams, he probably would have done it more because he missed so much time while he was serving our country.
In 2 separate wars.
Exactly.
Three-one. Ball goes off speed. 3-2. And Mitchell deals. Ripped into center field. Ellsbury on the run. He runs it down for the final out of the inning. So the Red Sox go down in order 1-2-3. It's the Red Sox nothing, and the New York Yankees coming to bat. Now Clay Buchholz on the mound as the Yankees starting non-uphill face. It's brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Brett Gardner in left field will lead off, batting second and playing center, the former Red Sox, Jacoby Ellsbury. Gary Sanchez going to catch, and he'll hit third. He has 10 of his 20 home runs at home this season. Brian McCann will DH, he'll clean up. Batting fifth, playing second base, Starlin Castro. Didi Gregorius, the shortstop, will bat sixth, batting seventh, and playing first base, Mark Teixeira. Chase Headley at third base will bat eighth. Batting ninth and playing right field, Mason Williams.
Veteran Clay Buchholz. It's the start for the Boston Red Sox tonight. And he is 6-9 in his career against the Yankees. And he's made 2 appearances against the Yankees this year, one in relief, one as a starter. And he won the game up in Boston back on September 16th. Strong September, 3-0 in 4 starts this month. 6 of his 8 wins have come on the road, so he's been better on the road. And although he hasn't had a winning season since 2013, he is 20 games over 500 in his career. Got off to a great start, but injuries have really plagued him the last couple of years.
And as you can see from the screen, which you're watching the game on, it is raining here at the stadium. And there is rain in the forecast. We'll see if it holds up enough to get in a baseball game. Gardner has a modest 4-game hitting streak as he digs in. There's a strike.
Yeah, Buchholz was actually sent to the bullpen by manager John Farrell, and because he had struggled in the starting role early in the season. And John Farrell's press conference today, it said when he sent him out there, he gained some confidence, worked on some things, including his new delivery, in which he does not wind up. He's working almost exclusively from the stretch. And he's become a better pitcher in the second half. He's been big for the Red Sox.
One of the things that really has slowed down what looked to be a very promising career, he couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah. He is one of the slowest workers in the league. Did I say that too fast? He and David Price back to back.
Quicker than he pitches.
He and David Price back to back. They both take their time.
You see Hanley Ramirez got his hands behind his back as if he's waiting for a bus. This cannot help the fielders at all stay sharp.
I just looked out there.
I mean, he really had both hands crossed behind his back. As oh, here we go.
Yeah, I know who's pitching.
Let's see if he does it again.
You know, I can see it.
There it is.
You know, early in April, you might have one of your hands, your bare hand, in your pocket because it's cold.
That was boredom.
Yeah, there is a little chill in the air here tonight, though.
1-2. 2-2.
The Red Sox have won each of the last 5 starts by Clay Buchholz. Since the reason why John Farrell, the manager, said he's been big for them in the second half of the season. Let's see. Is he going to give a sign?
Now, pitchers like this are told it doesn't help anybody that you're doing this, but Al Leiter has told us a story. The Mets used to always tell Steve Traxel, and he never thought he was working too slowly and could not speed it up. It's just not the way he felt comfortable pitching. Now, David Price, I guess you take it, but when you're 8-10, 3-2, and Gardner walks.
You know, it's hard to show him on Yesmo.
It would be no-mo. Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense, brought to you by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Benintendi in left, Bradley Jr. in center, Betts over and right. That's a good defensive outfield. Infield, Holt, Bogarts, Pedroia, and Hanley Ramirez, third and first. Sandy Leone is behind the plate, and we told you all about Clay Buchholz on the mound.
Solid defensive team, the Boston Red Sox, especially in the outfield, really strong.
Now, the Yankees won yesterday. It was their 81st victory. They need one more win out of the final 4 games to clinch their 24th consecutive winning season. Now, their current mark is 23, obviously. It's the second longest streak in Major League history, and it only trails the Yankees' run of 39 straight winning seasons from 26 to 64. But even if they don't win another game, and obviously they're aiming for that, that's 24 consecutive non-losing seasons. It's pretty good. And it started after a real tough stretch where the Yankees did not win much. Grounded foul. 0-2 on Ellsbury.
Danger of pitching inside in this instance, and you saw Ellsbury pull that ball foul. As if the hole is a little bigger on the right side with Ramirez holding Gardner on, and if there's a base hit to right field on the ground, you can be almost sure that with Gardner's speed, he'd make it to third base.
Foul back.
He came in there again. Here's a look. Trying that two-seam fastball that leaks back over the inside corner, and Ellsbury fought it off.
Runner goes. Popped up. Leone gives it a look. That's going to make the seats. Well, the Red Sox, when they're at Fenway, really must love when Price and Buchholz start. because it increases concession stands' ability to sell product. Price is the slowest paced pitcher in baseball, 25.6 seconds. Hasashi Iwakuma, 25.5, and then Buchholz is third at 25.1. The major league average is 22.7. It was 22.1 last year. Grounded to first, steps on the bag one, on to second. It's a double play. Brian O'Nora took his time to make that call, but a 3-6 double play started by Ramirez.
Well, he's right there, steps on the bag. Now he has to make the accurate throw. Good throw to Bogaerts, who has plenty of time waiting on Gardner for the tag of the out. Well, it's a double play. I don't know if you saw the play the other day with Adrian Beltre at first base with Texas. I forgot who were they playing, but he was on first, a ground ball, and he thought the first baseman was going to step on the bag. So if he does, it forces off, he can come back and be safe. But the first baseman didn't fall for it, got him in a rundown, which is a smart play. But when he was in the rundown, instead of running back to first base, he knew he was about to be tagged out. He ran towards the pitcher's mound and then circled back to first base. Of course, the umpire said, you're out of the baseline. That guy has more fun playing baseball than just about anybody I know.
1-0 count on Gary Sanchez. Let's take a look at the power report furnished by Bob's. Everything's better with a Bob-O-Pedic. Find out why at mybobs.com. Rookie home run leaders. Sanchez and Nomar Mazara of the Rangers tied at 20. Kepler of the Twins 17, and Naquin and Lee are tied with 14.
Yeah, the difference between Mazara and Sanchez, Mazara's had many, many more at-bats.
Sanchez has played 8 games against the Red Sox this year, hitting .371 in those games, 35 at-bats, 4 homers and 8 ribbies. Tried to pull that one. We'll count 2-1. Breaking ball, strike 2.
Yeah, Sanchez is. Of course, Yankee fans are hoping that this sort of thing can continue, but if it does, he'll be the type of player that can carry a team on his back for a week or 10 days. In his last 11 games, he's driven in 17 runs. And I know when you were reading the lineups off, he showed where he had 10 home runs and 21 runs batted in. It's just the same number on the road. Home in the road, and the batting average just about the same. So he's hit just everywhere.
Chase the pitch up in the zone, and Sanchez down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors, and because of the double play, nobody left on base. We go to the second inning. It's 0-0 on Pix 11. game brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
Of course, the Yankees would like to postpone or subdue the celebration. What I mean by subdue, even if the Blue Jays lose and the Yankees win, that means the Red Sox would not celebrate on the field. They would have to celebrate in the clubhouse. And they matched Boston bats. The Yankees did it last night. Boston hit a home run. The Yankees hit 3 and won the game. And the Yankees, of course, want to close the season with a rush. Keep on winning as many as you can. It's not a good feeling to watch another team celebrate on your field. And he's sort of clinching.
Fly ball. Right field. One away as Williams makes the play.
Sort of like a misty rain, Michael. It's not some of the power raindrops we've seen around here this year. Almost looks like snow falling.
Yep, a light snow. Yeah. Let's not rush that, Kenny. There's a strike. This afternoon, Seattle beat Houston 12-4. So Seattle still has a shot at the wild card. Toronto has jumped out to a 1-0 lead over Baltimore, bottom of the second inning. And Cleveland leads Detroit 1-0, bottom of the first inning in Detroit. That one's looped right to Castro. 2 outs.
Didn't have to move. See Castro there, almost at the top of your picture. Casually hauled that one in.
Pitch Jackie Bradley is a strike. What Kenny, you see flashes why the Yankees like Mitchell's arm and why it was such a big loss when he got hurt right at the end of spring training. They had really big plans for him this year, first starting in the bullpen, and they thought that he could have really served that 6th inning role. Slipped on the mound, did not release the ball.
Well, he was supposed to be taking over Adam Warren's role.
Yep.
After Adam was traded to the Cubs. There's the spike got caught, maybe in the rubber. That happens every once in a while.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Looked like a cutter. See if this darts in. Yeah, you can see that spin. Just that late life to moving in on the hands and down a little bit.
The 0-2.
Tried it again. I think in that Seattle game, they poured it on Houston today. Kyle Seager hit his 30th home run of the year. They'd give Seattle 3 players with 30.
Tonight's high-speed pitch comes from your local Infinity retailer. That was 96. He's actually had a 97 so far tonight, so Mitchell's got a good fastball. 1-2. Grounded foul.
So Seager, Cano, and Cruz have all hit 30 or more for the Seattle Mariners.
Well, that Seager family has produced two pretty good players.
Yeah, his younger brother's having I think I saw where he has 75 extra base hits for the Dodgers.
And had that 2-out bottom of the 9th inning game-tying home run in the final home game for the Dodgers on Sunday. 1-2. Line drive, right field. Williams comes on. He's going to play it on the hop. So a base hit in front of Williams. 2-out single.
Yeah, Jackie Bradley's now reached in 12 straight games. Ball had too much sink on it. Looks like Williams might have had a shot at it. He's a good defender out there in the outfield.
Here's Brock Holt.
That was more of a curveball, and that was upstairs.
Driven to right field. Mason Williams gets there in a hurry and makes the play for the final out. No runs in, no errors, and one man left. We go to the bottom of the second. 0-0. Stop by your local Modell's, official sporting goods retailer of the Yankees, and pick up your Gary Sanchez and Aaron Judge gear today. Brian McCann will lead off the bottom of the second. As we start this half inning, we want to send out our best wishes and best thoughts to our good friend, one of the great beat writers in this entire country. He covers the New York Yankees for the New York Post. His name is George King, and he's having surgery to repair a back issue tomorrow, and he's been away from the Yankees for a couple of weeks. He was in a car accident in Boston that actually caused this issue, and we hope the surgery goes great and that George is up and about very quickly. So best to you, George, from everybody here at Yes.
Yeah, get well soon.
Two and two.
McCann sitting on 19 home runs, trying to join that brigade of players with 20 home runs this year. And if McCann does, it'll be 9 straight years he's had 20 or more.
Strike 3. McCann down looking.
That's that two-seam fastball that leaks back over the plate for a called strike. Well spotted by Clay Buchholz. You can see the movement as it darts back for the corner. And it's good enough for John Tumpane to make the call.
Here's Starlin Castro, returned to the lineup last night. Batting 5th tonight, playing second base. Goes through that one, fastball, 0-1. I think he asked Tumpane if that was a strike.
Yeah.
Bottom of the second inning at Rogers Center, and the Blue Jays lead the Orioles 2-0. Now, if you're wondering, somebody actually asked me as I was coming up in the elevator, are the Yankees eliminated? No, they're not. Their tragic number is 2. So if they lose 2 more games, that would eliminate them from the wild card. Or if they sit back and watch the Orioles, the Orioles win 2 more games, then they're eliminated. But they are not yet eliminated from that second wild card. High fly ball. Why don't we take a look at the playoff picture brought to you by Raymore and Flanagan, furnishing your style. So the Blue Jays have the first wild card. They're still not eliminated from the American League East. Orioles have the second. Tigers are right there, a game back. 2 games back in the loss column, Seattle. Astros 4 games back in the loss column, same as the Yankees. Now, if you want to dream a little dream, if Toronto beats the Orioles the next 2, and the Yankees win this one and tomorrow, then you look at the 3-game set against the Orioles this weekend. But the one caveat there is that you still have to jump over the Tigers, Seattle, and Houston. So it's you can't control what they do. You can only control what you do. But the tragic number is 2.
You would hope that plays out.
That'd be fun.
It would be.
Who's hot? It's brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And this is against the Red Sox this year. Great numbers. 345 for Didi, 2 homers, 6 ribbies, and 5 doubles. High fly ball. Right field. Betts over. And makes the play in front of the track for the final out of a 1-2-3 inning. We played 2 here at the stadium. As we head to the 3rd, it's 0-0. brought to you by your local Tri-State Kia dealers. So tonight against the Red Sox, tomorrow night against the Red Sox, then Friday against the Orioles. That's a 7:05 start. Saturday is 4:05, and then every game on Sunday throughout Major League Baseball starts at 3:05 Eastern Time. Andrew Benintendi will lead off the third. And the rookie takes a strike. Red Sox have the only hit in the game. Jackie Bradley's line drive in front of Mason Williams with 2 outs in the second. Yankees had a base runner, a walk to Gardner leading off the bottom of the first. Count 0-2 on Benintendi.
There's that cutter again. "29 Major League games." Off to a pretty good start.
Now the divisions have been sewn up, except for the Red Sox, but again their magic number's 1. So let's just say they've sewn it up. Now the thing that's still out there, that carrot that's out there, is best record. Strike 3, Benintendi down looking. If you have the best record, then you are the team that takes on the wild card. So right now Texas has the best record, a half game better than the Red Sox. 93-65 the Rangers. Red Sox are 92-65. Texas has 4 games left. The Red Sox, including this one, has 5 games left. If they are tied, they split the season series 3-3, but the Texas Rangers would have the better division record, so that would be the tiebreaker, and they would have the game against the wild card. Cleveland still has a shot, 91-66, a game and a half back, so they're 1 game back in the loss column, and they have 5 games remaining. And the reason that you would like to play whoever the wild card team might be, it looks like it's going to come down right to the wire. So what you want is the wild card winner to have to pitch their ace in that 1 game wild card playoff series. And then that ace can only pitch once in a best of 5. And so you gain an advantage. And Kenny, that's why I feel that this wild card situation is better than just a single wild card, because there is a penalty getting in by virtue of a wild card. Before
there wasn't.
There was none.
Yeah.
Some teams didn't even try to win a division because it didn't make a difference. So why pitch your best pitchers? Just set up your pitching rotation for the playoffs.
In that 1 game, you're trying to avoid that 1 game if you can. You want to win a division.
Two. Upstairs to Sandy Leon.
And we saw Sessa start here last night. We got Mitchell tonight. I'll tell you what, there's going to be some competition in spring training as to who's going to make the starting rotation. And competition's always a good thing. And maybe a loser or 2 of the competition moves into the bullpen, makes your bullpen stronger.
And remember, you have to throw in Chad Green, who's going to be ready for spring training, and he showed some promise in the couple of starts that he made. And the Yankees might go out and get a starter as well. You never know. Leon walks.
Mitchell trying to pick off the inside corner, tugged it a bit. So he's had his first strikeout and first walk in this inning.
Back to the top of the lineup, and Dustin Pedroia, who grounded to second in the first. This could be 2. There's 1, and there's 2. Turned beautifully. A 4-6-3 double play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's 0-0. With MLB.TV Premium, watch every out-of-market game live in HD on more than 400 supported devices and enjoy a free subscription to @Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV today. Mark Teixeira will lead off. He finished his road career in style with a home run against the Blue Jays and a bat flip and a stare in a game that was marred by 2 bench-clearing brawls. And he was feeling good about it afterward.
I like what he said. He said, I just wanted to remind Jason Grilli he had blown the save.
He said that he had never done that before. He couldn't recall ever doing that before, but I guess the spirit moved him.
Oh, we're going to take a look at it.
Flip.
Yep. It's 3-3.
Now, if you're going to do that, as he grounds one to the right side, and Holt made the play one away. If you're going to do that, Kenny, you got to do it when you're finishing career, because people do have long memories, and they could pay him back next year, but next year he's not going to be playing baseball.
Well, that was his 36th career home run, and against the Toronto Blue Jays. He's got 30 against Boston. So been productive against the Eastern Division teams. So that was the problem for Jose Bautista, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're going to see Texas again.
They have long memories. As they were getting on the plane on Monday night after that game, Brett Gardner was walking behind Teixeira, and he said to me, "How about my boy's last home run on the road?"
Yep, one more for the road.
You never know. It could be your last home run ever.
Yeah.
Lined into right center field, but Bradley got there to make the play. 2 down. Mason Williams.
Mentioned he's a solid defender. Now, when the Yankees called him up last year, he was playing center field. Good range, strong arm.
Mason's got to be pretty familiar with the Boston Red Sox. He was born in Pawtucket, a longtime AAA home of the Boston Red Sox. The 0-1. 1-1.
Remember a few spring trainings ago when he came to camp. He's still finding his way as a hitter, but I think, Michael, the last couple of years we've seen his hitting improve. And he's gotten off to a good start since being recalled. Sitting at 380, 381.
People have to take notice of what he's done. I mean, he has a quick bat, and as you said, he's a pretty good defender, has a nice arm.
Runs well.
Now, as for being a part of the Yankee future, you know, we've said this a number of times. They kind of have 2 other Mason Williams type players.
Yeah.
Speedy left-handed hitting outfielder. So can you really go with 3 of those sorts of players? Probably not.
You need some power from the outfield. One thing that Yankee fans might not realize, but since 2014, the Yankees have used 50 rookies. It's more than any other team. So a lot of young players have gotten a chance at the big league level to show themselves. And that includes Mason Williams.
And there are so many good prospects in the Yankee system, they all can't wear pinstripes for a living. So the organization has to be smart about it. And if they highlight a player like Mason Williams, I'm not saying this is what they will do, but there will be teams that want him. And then you put them in packages to fill other holes that you might not have an answer for. Two and two. Tried to drop a breaking ball in there, maybe a change, and no bite. Count 3-2. And here's the payoff. Strike three. Williams down looking. It's that fastball to a lefty that tails back over the inside corner. The Yankees go down in order, and we go to the fourth. Is brought to you by the JetBlue card. How about this? Theo Epstein, the man who brought a championship to Boston, now president of baseball operations for the Cubs. He just signed a 5-year extension. Corey Kluber out 7 to 10 days with a strained quad. A lot of injuries to their starters, and the starters really are the heart of the Indians. And Daniel Murphy out since September 17th with a strained glute for the Nationals, having an MVP level season. Here's Bogarts, and a strike.
Theo Epstein mentioned that 4 years ago, just 4 years ago, the Cubs were suffering through a 101-loss season, and here they are this year, 101 victories.
Ground ball up the middle. Right there is Castro. He gets Bogarts, one away. Well, the boos you hear are for David Ortiz. Yankees will have a pregame ceremony tomorrow to honor the retiring Ortiz. Ortiz hit a hard line drive to center. That was run down by Ellsbury. That was in the first inning. Fouled away. So he threw him a fastball, 1-1. Wind really whipping up here at Yankee Stadium. The flags in left field blowing straight in. And foul back, 1-2.
That was a cutter.
Kind of starts straight out.
And a little cutting action. And Ortiz a little late.
One, two.
Anytime you see 91, 92, it's usually a cutter from Mitchell. Anything above that, it's usually the four-seam fastball.
Swing and a miss. Ortiz down on strikes.
And he got him with a slow hook. Went from 91, 92 with the cutter to 83 with a curveball. And it was a good one. Downstairs, come to the knees, and just break straight down. A swing and a miss. Well executed.
Here's Mookie Betts. Missed outside.
Yankees broke Mookie's 12-game hitting streak last night.
Drops the breaking ball in there for a strike.
It's a key pitch for Mitchell. If he's getting that over, it really keeps the these Red Sox hitters off his fastball and his cutter. He's There's the cutter. Well located, knee high, outside corner. He's got a nice little rhythm going this inning.
Right in on the hands and a ground ball to Didi. And that'll do it. As the Red Sox go down in order against Brian Mitchell, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Game's looking for a run. New York Yankees baseball is brought to you by Raymore and Flanagan Furniture, furnishing your style. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. And by your Tri-Honda dealer. Hurry into your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on the 2016 models. Both pitchers doing well in a slight drizzle here at the stadium. 0-0 as Buchholz and Mitchell are pitching well. Just one hit in the game. And that hit off the bat of Jackie Bradley with 2 outs in the second. A clean line drive single to right. Yankees, the minimum 9 batters over the first 3 innings. Gardner led off with a walk in the first, but Ellsbury wrapped into a 3-6 double play. So Buchholz has retired 8 Yankees in a row. One and one.
Yeah, earlier we had mentioned the name of this young man came prepared. We mentioned the name Ted Williams. Of course, 75 years ago today, Ted Williams was a 400 hitter, the last of the 400 hitters.
It is one of the great stories in baseball history and really sums up the man beautifully. Rough, tough guy. He entered the final day of the season hitting .399.55, which would round up to 400. He would have been listed in the Baseball Encyclopedia at 400. But he insisted on playing a doubleheader at Shibe Park in Philadelphia against the A's. Now, before his first at bat, the catcher Frank Hayes told Williams, "Mr. Mack said we're going to pitch to you, but we won't give you anything." Mr. Mack being Connie Mack,
the manager of and the owner of the A's. Yeah.
And the home plate umpire at the time, Bill McGowan, brushed off home plate and said, "In order to hit 400, you got to be loose."
He was loose all year.
First at bat a single, second at bat a home run, third at bat a single, fourth at bat a single. He went 6 for 8 in the doubleheader to finish at 406.
Can't be much looser than that.
That squib to third base, going to be a tough play. Holt fields, and it's an infield single for Gardner as Holt could not get a grip on the baseball. And that's the Yankees' first hit.
Yeah, even if he came up with it cleanly, it would have been a tough play to throw out Brett Gardner scampering down the first base line. Right off the end of the bat. Ball has a lot of English on it as well. And it spins right out of the hand of Brock Holt. It's going to be an infield single for Brett Gardner. And the Yankees have the leadoff man on. Look at the spin on that ball. English, pick a language, Spanish, whatever you want to call it. You couldn't come up with it.
So Gardner's on first, second time he's reached, and here is Ellsbury. And Ellsbury pops it up. Ramirez makes the play. Boy, that has been a hallmark of Ellsbury this year. Not so much the pop-up, but the fact that he jumps on the first pitch so often.
And once again, it's that spillover fastball that he's popped up. Hanley Ramirez has got Holt going to the ground, and Buchholz getting out of the way.
Here's Gary Sanchez. He struck out in the first inning, chased a pitch up in the zone for strike 3. They're talking about Williams hitting 400. DJ LeMahieu of the Rockies leads Major League Baseball with a .349 batting average.
Yeah, we saw him earlier this year. Good hitter.
He'd have to be a lot better because he'd have to have 28 of his outs turned into hits to get to 400. Gardner leads off first, does not have a big lead at all. Gets back easily.
Sandeleon is a very good defensive catcher. Strong throwing arm. He's thrown out about a third of the runners who have attempted to steal this year. But to be successful at that rate, you have to have help from your pitchers. They have to hold the runners on.
Two and 0.
Gardner is 16 out of 20 this year.
Breaking ball misses outside, so 3-0 on Sanchez. He looks down at Joe Espada, see if he has the green light.
Joe kind of looked away from it. Even that might be a sign in itself.
Oh, it was a sign. What a foul ball.
Yeah. I see nothing. Now, sometimes a take sign can be as simple as the third base coach will hold up one finger, which means take one. Now, I can't remember who the base runner was years ago, but he had problems picking up. He was a good base stealer, but he never pick up the steal sign. So the third base coach would just look over and just point to second base. That was the steal sign.
That's respect. Yeah. Rookie, 3-1 count. Goes with a breaking ball.
Yeah, you know, and I think in years to come, Sanchez will get even more experience, and he'd be looking for that. Instead of, after fouling that fastball up in the upper deck, he's not going to throw me another one 3-1.
Let's see if Gardner goes on the 3-2 with one out. He does. 3-2. Foul back.
One thing we've seen, pitchers, when they get to 2 strikes on Sanchez, sometimes they elevate the fastball and he'll chase one upstairs. I'm not so sure if this was a strike, but and that's the way he struck out the first time. Yep, he went up there again. Hard to get on top.
Gardner gets back.
That was a little closer than the previous throw over. And the Red Sox have moved 3 infielders to the left side.
Whole lot of real estate open on that right side.
Built a condominium over there.
Runner goes. 3-2. Grounded to short. Bogarts gets Sanchez as Gardner moves to second. Sanchez gets down the line.
Yeah, he's got some tools. Here's what Michael's talking about. He's going to make you make a decent throw and hustle it. Put some pressure on the left side of the infield.
First runner in scoring position tonight. Here's McCann with a runner on second and 2 outs. And he pops it up. And Leon makes the play as Holt slides by for the final out. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one man left on base. Let's go to the fifth.
He's been solid, just one hit allowed against these Boston Red Sox. A little spillover fastball for a strikeout. He gets a double play ball here, neatly turned. Dustin Pedroia wraps into it. There's a good curveball, strikes out the Big Poppy. So a couple of strikeouts, just one hit allowed.
Hanley Ramirez will lead off. 0-0. Now, we talked about the young pitchers that have pitched for the Yankees, and this, in essence, Kenny, is open tryouts because there are some rotation spots open.
You know, it's going to be very interesting going down these last few games here. We saw Sessa last night. We've seen Mitchell tonight. Both of them pitch pretty well. And then spring training shows up, and the competition starts. I think spring training is going to be very interesting for the Yankees with all of these young players and some of the prospects they've received in trades that we might get a look at in spring training. That should be very interesting.
You might move Justice Sheffield into the mix. James Caprillion, who was impressive before he got hurt. He'll be in the mix.
I heard he's going to pitch in the Arizona Fall League.
Which is a good move because of all the time he missed. And a 4-pitch walk to Hanley Ramirez. Second walk issued by Mitchell. When Mitchell got hurt in spring training, the general thought was it would be tough for him to get back this year. But he has gotten back, and that's good for him and good for the Yankees to see that the pitcher they thought he had evolved into, in fact, exists. And he's pitched very well. Now, there's been some growing pains, of course, but he's got good stuff. And he translates either rotation or bullpen. We've seen him pitch out of the bullpen, and that was the Yankees' plan for him this year. But he has shown that he can be a starter. And you get the feeling, Kenny, that everybody would rather be a starter. Now, the one thing that makes it tough is if you're a closer. But if you're a 7th, 8th inning guy, 6th inning guy, you'd much rather be a starter. Just for economic reasons.
Exactly. Because what do they say? The money's at the beginning of the game and the money's at the end of the game.
Yep.
And usually pitchers, although more and more you're seeing pitchers drafted as relievers. It used to be all the relievers were guys who just failed as starters, and they just moved them all to the bullpen. Well, now that's not the case so much anymore. You see pitchers in the minor leagues groomed as relievers. And that's because nowadays the pitching staffs are more built from back to front as opposed to front to back as they used to be.
It's funny though, Kenny, you said money's at the beginning and the end, but much more money's at the beginning. Because the greatest closer of all time never made what the greatest starter at that time made.
Yeah. Although if you have a really good one, he's invaluable.
2-1. 2-2. Runner goes, 2-2, outside, throw to second. Oh, what a throw! He got him. An absolute laser to second base, and Headley applied the tag.
Wow, I thought he got a pretty good jump. That jump was erased by this throw. Right on second base. Ball was waiting for him. Step, release, right on target. You can't throw it any better.
No, they might challenge that. Looks like Headley did not apply the tag to the foot. Applied it to the calf, and the foot might have gotten in ahead of the tag. John Farrell is telling Bradley, don't get in yet. This is the best look we have, and I don't know if the tag was applied before, and they are going to challenge. They are going to apply, or they're going to challenge the play.
Well, the throw beat him, that's for sure. And in days gone by when the throw used to beat you, you were out. But now, with the review.
Now, that replay right there, Kenny, looks like he might have kept the tag on the leg, and there was a moment before that right leg ended up on the bag. There's just an instant when it's up in the air, so that might be tough to overturn it. Play under review is brought to you by the all-new 3-row Mazda CX-9.
It is Brian O'Nora and Jeff Kellogg.
The crew chief and the man who makes the call, or the guys that put on the headsets.
Here's another look. Yeah. Well, Headley did keep the tag applied.
I think this one shows, watch, the tag is on the leg and then it comes off before that knee hits. So I think he's out.
One way or the other, huh?
Yeah. He's not out with the tag he should have been out with, but he's out right there too as the leg came off. I'd be surprised if they overturn it, because it looks like there's 2 instances where he's not in contact with the bag. Out. And let's be clear about it. Headley did miss the tag, but by holding it on the leg, there was a disconnect with the bag by Hanley Ramirez, and that's what ended up being the caught stealing.
Yeah, now in this age of review, that's what infielders are taught. Keep the tag applied to the runner.
What a throw by Sanchez. I mean, right on the point of the bag. Here's the 3-2 to Bradley. And he walked him. Second walk this inning.
like Ramirez, Bradley is a threat to steal. Brock Holder's gotten a chance to start on successive nights at third base. We had seen Travis Shaw up in Boston, but Shaw's currently 0 for his last 14, so maybe that's why Holt has gotten an opportunity here.
Runner goes. Throw to second. Good stop there by Gregorius. Not nearly as good a throw, and also Bradley had a really good jump.
Jackie Bradley with his 9th steal of the year, and you're right, Michael, he had a tremendous jump. Kind of an awkward slide, and Didi pulling that one out of the dirt. That was more of a tumble into second base.
Well, Mitchell has lost the plate. He's walked the first 2 batters. He's now 2-0 on Holt, and Rothschild will go out and have a talk. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. I think a default move for Mitchell whenever he gets into problems is to almost nervously go to the rosin bag. Now, there's more of an excuse today because of the constant mist. But in his last start, before he came out of the game, between every pitch, he went to the rosin bag. That's up and away 3-0. We'll see if he does it again.
I wonder if he's even aware of it.
It's weird, though, Kenny. He does not do it all the time. He just does it when he's in a jam. Top of the 5th inning. 0-0. Runner at second for the Red Sox. 3-1 count on Holt. 1 away. And the 3rd walk of the inning. 4th walk in the game for Mitchell.
The danger here is laying one right down the middle.
So here's Andrew Benintendi. Right in on the thumbs, popped up. Teixeira makes the play for the 2nd out.
That looked like it might have been a cutter. Having trouble locating the fastball, go to your next best pitch. Yep, in on the hands, pop straight up.
Benintendi in yesterday's game picked up his 10th double of the year. He did it 29 games. And that's the fastest any Red Sox has gotten to 10 doubles since 1913. Here's Sandy Leon. He walked in the 3rd inning. Ground ball, second base. So Mitchell pitches around the walks and gets out of trouble. No runs, no hits, 3 walks, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We're halfway through. Brought to you by McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app for exclusive offers and coupons. Told you earlier, Seattle beat Houston 12-4. Bottom of the 5th inning at Rogers Center in Toronto, and the Blue Jays lead the Orioles 2-0. And Cleveland is in a rain delay right now. Top of the 3rd inning, the Indians lead the Tigers 1-0. So the Red Sox don't get it done despite having 3 walks in the top of the 5th inning. Still 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th, halfway through this game, and Starlin Castro leads off against Clay Buchholz. Grounded and off the chest of Holt. Over to Bogarts. Fires to first. Got him. That scored 5-6-3.
Holt looked like that got him in the hand or the wrist. This ball was scorched. That second hop was a doozy. The ball goes directly to Bogarts. They're going to check Holt out after this. Yep, looked like it got him on the wrist. But if you're Starlin Castro, what are you thinking? Little pinball.
Looks like they'll leave him in. So Castro tonight is 0 for 2. And here's Didi. Oh, strike. Well, Didi hit his 20th home run last night. And it's only the 6th time that a Yankee shortstop has 20 or more home runs. The first one, 1962, Tom Tresh hit 20. 1982, Roy Smalley hit 20. Derek Jeter in 1999 had 24. He had 21 in 2001. He had 23 in 2004. And then last night, Didi was the 6th.
Yeah, Tom Tresh was a switch hitting shortstop. He was supposed to be the next Mickey Mantle, but we all know there was only one Mickey Mantle.
And for our younger viewers, Mickey Mantle came up as a shortstop.
Yeah, he did. Was moved to the outfield. Became a Hall of Famer.
2-1. Didn't do a good job with the throws to first from everything I've read. Two. 3-2 on Gregorius. One out, bottom of the 5th inning. Still 3-2.
Yeah, that's that spillover fastball again. What makes that pitch so effective, it's a fastball and the hitter thinks it's going to be inside. And by the time you realize that it's not and you're going to have to swing at it, you're a little late.
Three-two. Chop towards second. And Pedroia just got Didi. Ball took forever to get to the Red Sox second baseman.
Here it is. It looked like a breaking ball past Buchholz. Didi going down the line pretty well.
Here's Teixeira. Grounded foul. Mark has 14 homers and 39 ribbies. An injury-marred season for him, his final year in the big leagues. Now, he had gone to Joe Girardi and said, listen, I understand. You don't have to play me. I'm going to retire. And if you want to put me on the bench, then put me on the bench. I'll understand. And Joe said, no. You help us win games when you're at first base. You've still got something defensively. And I think that was the difference between Teixeira and A-Rod, because Alex couldn't play a position any longer.
Yeah.
And the Yankees didn't feel that he could help them win in the field, but they felt strongly that Teixeira still could. Two and two. Meredith has more.
And Michael, Joe Girardi was asked why not Tyler Austin today, considering he went 3 for 3 with that huge home run yesterday. And Joe Girardi saying Buchholz just better against right-handers. So Mark Teixeira in there, 67 points in the batting average, better when left-handers are in that batter's box. So expect Tyler Austin most likely to be back in there tomorrow.
Well, Teixeira strikes out. He's 0 for 2 tonight. So we go to the 6th inning here at the stadium. Both teams still looking for a run. Pitchers duel, 0-0. The New York Giants travel to Minnesota to take on the undefeated Vikings. Coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eli and the Giants battle the Vikings right here on Pix 11.
Sam Bradford doing a pretty good job for the Vikings in the early going.
And they've got some defense. Dustin Pedroia will lead off. And there's a strike from Mitchell. Line drive right at Teixeira. One away.
Squared it up, hit it hard, and doesn't get very far out of the batter's box before he's retired. Right to Mark Teixeira. Pedroia just 3 hits away from 200.
Bogarts 0 for 2. Pitch inside. On deck is David Ortiz. There's a strike. That cutter's a good pitch for him.
It is, plus the fastball tops out even faster than that. And he's shown a pretty good curve tonight. There's the curve. That serves more as a changeup curveball because it's 80. Cutter at 91, fastball 96, sometimes 97. So he's got a good mixture of speeds.
Grounded to short. 2 outs here in the 6th.
We mentioned the career high for Mitchell in a game is 6 innings, and out here he will have equaled that.
Your back could be to the TV, and hear that sound, you know David Ortiz is coming up. Ortiz is 0 for 2 tonight. 0 for 5 last night. And the pitch outside. 1-0. Two and 0. Three and 0. Turned him loose. He fouls it back.
That's no surprise. High fastball. Just enough on it. Didn't get around on it. Fouled it back.
Three and 2.
That was the cutter.
Two-way, nobody on, top of the 6th. And here's the 3-2. High fly ball center field. Ellsbury's there now coming in. The wind took that in. And that'll do it. As Ortiz down on strikes. Yankees have held them to 0 for 8 so far in a game and a half. Best way to start your weekday. Join Suki Scott and the Pix 11 news team with breaking news, traffic, and sports. Linda Church's weather reports keep you in the know. Mornings from 6 to 9 on the Pix 11 Morning News, bringing you the heart of the story. All right, we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 0-0, and Headley leads off. It'll be 8-9-1 in the Yankee order. And Headley takes a strike from Buchholz. You know, Kenny, one name that we have heard a lot over the last couple of days, thanks to Gary Sanchez, is Wally Berger. And a lot of people have come up to me today and said, is it wrong that I don't know who Wally Berger is? So I did some research on Wally Berger. He was quite the player. He was the National League starting center fielder in Major League Baseball's first All-Star game. Babe Ruth called him the best player in baseball in 1933, where he was third in the MVP. Carl Hubble won that year. Born in 1905 in Chicago. Lived till he was 83 years old.
First All-Star game was in Chicago.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the year that he had the 20 home runs in 51 games like Sanchez, he finished the year 1930 with 38 home runs. Played for the Boston Braves, so he was quite a player. Had a 10-year career. Started with the Braves, ended with Philadelphia. Grounded to first, Ramirez goes down and gets up. One away.
I wonder if there was a reason why he only played 10 years.
I did not get it in the research. James Smythe will find out.
38 home runs first year in the big leagues. Now I'm wondering, was it his record that Mark McGwire broke for rookie home runs?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because McGwire hit 49 his first year.
A very thin Mark McGwire hit 49 his first year. Each team with one hit. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Williams with an 0-2 count. Williams played 31 games, AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre, hit .296. He scored 19 runs in 31 games, 8 double, triple, and 23 runs batted in. Remember the shoulder injury at the end of last year, diving into first, that derailed him for most of this season. The 0-2.
Now, Berger's record was actually equaled by Frank Robinson and then broken by Mark McGwire, rookie home runs.
I'm sure Gary Sanchez would like 112 more games to play, 111 more games to play. One-two. Still 1-2. Red Sox play him straight away all around. Ramirez is deep and fairly close to the line at first, expecting him to pull. And he swings and misses on the chain, so he strikes out for the second time tonight against Buchholz.
Buchholz now with 5 strikeouts. I'm thinking that what manager John Farrell said, that sending Buchholz to the bullpen straightened him out. Gained more confidence working out of the pen. Altered his delivery. And now has become a viable starter for the Red Sox as they going down to the finish of the regular season.
Well, James found out, Kenny, that we talked about Mason Williams. Wally Berger had serious shoulder injuries and diminished his power, so he was done at the age of 34.
Wow.
That's why it's hard to sign up when somebody has a great start to a career, because there are so many things that can and often do go wrong. It's the great ones that stay healthy and don't get derailed. 1-0. 1-1.
Looking at my scorecard here, the Yankees have really only hit a couple of balls hard tonight. The ball that Castro hit off of Holt at third that went to Bogarts, who then threw him out, and a ground ball by Headley here in the 6th inning. And that's about it. The only hit was by Gardner up Squibber off the end of the bat. Buchholz has done a good job of changing speeds, using movement on the fastball to the left-handed hitters. Right now he's behind in the count, 3-1. Let's see what he features here.
(3-1). 3-2.
Wait a minute, it's his ball 4. Now it looked like he threw his hand up.
Yep. Maybe he was asking for a ball.
No, maybe he was. He said it's ball 4. It was close, but maybe just off the corner.
Oh, he was Johnny Flinch there.
He was thinking about it. He's adjusted. Did he adjust the mask? Yeah. Ball 4. Here's real speed.
I think after the hand came up, he said, I have to do something with the hand, so
Yeah.
he grabbed his mask.
Yep.
Pitch outside to Ellsbury.
Second walk. Charge to Buchholz. Got some movement in the Red Sox bullpen. And it's Torey Lovullo, the bench coach.
Big cut there by Ellsbury, 1-1. Lovullo, the bench coach, as Kenny said, and he was the manager for the last month and a half of the season last year when Farrell fell ill. Runner goes. Foul ball. And he's one of the higher paid coaches in baseball because essentially what the Red Sox did was pay him not to leave because a lot of teams were looking at him as a managerial candidate. And the thought process in Boston was if Boston didn't get off to a good start, they were going to fire Farrell.
And also, the Red Sox played really well when Lovullo was managing it. They really had a good September. Ellsbury wouldn't take the bait on the changeup. This is a time of game where 90 feet can be important. That's why Gardner was off and running.
Ziegler, the righty, Robbie Scott, the lefty. Choo-choo, swing and a miss, kind of waved at that. And Ellsbury down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. We go to the seventh. It's nothing on Pix 11. take on David Ortiz and the Red Sox in the series finale. Coverage will start at 6 with Audi batting practice today and the Chevy pregame. Then we're back for the call tomorrow on Yes and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Remember, right before the game, the Yankees will have a tribute to David Ortiz, and it will be covered live on the pregame show on Yes. Mookie Betts leads off against Brian Mitchell. And a strike. Drilled to left field. Into the second deck, but foul.
Oof. He got it towards Mookie Betts' happy zone. Yes. Towards the middle of the plate. Betts a little too quick. There have been 31 pitches in his happy zone this year.
So this is uncharted territory for Mitchell, pitching here in the 7th. The Yankees have the bullpen going. The 1-2. Line drive, a base hit to left field off the bat of Betts. Betts was 0 for 9 before that hit, and he leads off the 7th with a single. And let's see if the Yankees go to the bullpen right away. That's Ruben Amaro Jr., the first base coach of the Red Sox. Formerly the GM, longtime GM of the Phillies, so has made the odd transition from the front office back to the field. Here's Hanley Ramirez.
.26 out of 30 from Mookie Betts. Only been caught 4 times this year. Got to give Sanchez a chance. Hold him. He's got a pretty good lead over there. And the danger of the pitch out here is that you would fall behind Hanley Ramirez. You might be taking a chance that Betts doesn't even go, and then you're behind on the count. For fans who are thinking about a pitch out. And plus, Sanchez is just such a good thrower. Why should you pitch out anyway? He usually can nail you if he has a decent shot at you.
One and one.
Hanley Ramirez has bounced into 17 double plays this year.
Fly ball, right center. Mason Williams makes the play. One down.
Well, you look at this Red Sox lineup, and danger lurks just about at every turn.
They go to the 7th inning in Toronto, and the Blue Jays lead the Orioles 2-0. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Detroit leads Cleveland 3-1. Earlier, Seattle beat Houston 12-4.
There's an example of how speed can slow down a game. Several tosses over the first. The check on Mookie Betts.
Big lead. High fly ball, right field. Williams back on the track. He's coming in. He makes the play. Kenny, I think it's going to take quite a poke to get a ball out of this ballpark tonight because of the wind.
Yeah, it's going to take more of a line drive.
Yeah.
It's not a ball like that, because on a normal night, that is back in the seats. There's no doubt in my mind. And you see Mason Williams, he'll go back almost to the wall, and then all of a sudden he has to scamper back in to make the catch. Very strong wind here tonight at Yankee Stadium. Jackie Bradley Jr. had some air underneath this one, and it gave the wind plenty of time to alter the flight.
Here's Brock Holt. Pitch upstairs. Rain continuing to fall. Has been like that since the beginning of the game. Once you commit to playing that sort of rain, you're going to go the whole night until it really intensifies, if it does. Cutters high, 2-0.
This might be where Mookie Betts is thinking about stealing with 2 outs, trying to get himself in a scoring position.
Mitchell has never gone 7 full. He has gotten 2 outs in the 6th inning. He won 6 innings on Friday in Toronto. See if they green light Holt. Doesn't matter. It's ball 4. Gets past Sanchez. He retrieves. Moving to second is Betts. And Joe asking Rothschild, what do you think?
Well, he's got a left-hander up in the bullpen with Benintendi coming to the plate. But so far, no movement to the mat. Here comes Larry Rothschild. So this might be a reminder and give him a breather here with 2 outs.
Well, Fan, help the Yankees celebrate the 55th anniversary of Roger Maris's American League record-setting season on Saturday, October 1st, and get one of the hottest collectibles of the season. It's Roger Maris Bobblehead Day, the final one in the 2016 Collectible Series presented by AT&T. For the first 18,000 guests in attendance. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or you can call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. And that game will be a 4:05 start on Saturday. Kenny, the Yankees want to win the game, obviously. But I think you're also seeing what Mitchell's about. Can he get out of this jam? High pitch count right now, 94 for him. And he's facing a really dangerous young hitter in Andrew Benintendi. So a little bit of a litmus test going on right now. And the game is also in the balance with this test. How about that? He passed the test. The ground ball to Teixeira, steps on the bag, and that's an impressive 7 innings for Brian Mitchell against an outstanding offensive team. He throws up 7 zeros on the board. At the end of 6.5, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Nothing, but we're going to stay right here to honor America in the Bronx. John Farrell will make the call to the bullpen, brought to you by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. So Clay Buchholz is done, and they bring in the sidewinding veteran right-hander Brad Ziegler. And what you can expect from Ziegler, ground balls. 63, check that, 66.3% ground ball rate in his career. And the first pitch to Gary Sanchez. Blowing outside 1-0.
Yeah, you got to make this guy bring the ball up in the zone.
2-0. The 66.3% ground ball rate is the highest in the major league since his debut in 2008 with a minimum of 500 innings pitched.
And that's what teams are looking at because he's not a hard thrower.
3-0, boy. Teams are really careful with Sanchez. Tonight he's 0 for 2.
I'd let him go right here, leading off the inning.
There's a strike. Tipped into the glove of the catcher, 3-2. And the pitch. Grounded sharply to third, stabbed there by Holt. And they get Sanchez for the first out. So here is Brian McCann, struck out looking and fouled out to Leon. One and 0. Two and 0. The Yankees not helping Ziegler out. They're not expanding the strike zone.
Here's where you pick and choose what you want.
Fouled off the foot of McCann, 2-1.
Yeah, that ball had just enough movement that hit on top of it. That's what Ziegler was going for with that delivery. You see that ball spinning, sinking. That was a pretty good ball to hit, and he still hit on top.
2-1. Grounded and off the glove of Hanley Ramirez. Out to Pedroia. Throw to first. They got him.
Oh, man.
3-4-3.
What was the other one? 5-6-3?
Yep.
Here it is. Hanley Ramirez doesn't come up with it cleanly. He's the one who touches it first, and he's the one who's going to touch it last. Off of his glove, Pedroia was going in the other direction. He recovers. So does Ramirez. Gets back to first. 3-4-3.
By the way, the Yankees have just one hit. And it was a slow roller off the bat of Gardner in the 4th inning toward third base. That's it. And the Red Sox have just 2. Grounded to third. Holt. And that'll do it as Ziegler works a 1-2-3 7th inning. We're going to the 8th here at the stadium. 0-0 on Pix 11. Take a look at the Red Sox in-game box score, brought to you by Land Rover, Above and Beyond. Just 2 hits in there, a single by Betts, a single by Jackie Bradley Jr., who also walked and stole a base, a walk for Ramirez and 2 walks for Holt. Leon also walked, so the walks are there, 4 of them, and 2 singles, or 5 walks and 2 singles, but nothing, resulting in no runs. Joe Girardi makes the call to the bullpen, brought to you by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. Brian Mitchell was outstanding despite the walks, shutting down this offense. Now they turn it over to Adam Warren. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Red Sox against Warren, starting with Leon. We're in the 8th, 0-0.
Yeah, Mitchell, the only inning where he had some problems was the 5th when he walked 3 straight batters, but his catcher, Gary Sanchez, helped him out by throwing out Ramirez attempting to steal.
Mitchell made only the 3rd Yankee start this year, 7 shutout innings and 2 or fewer hits. The other ones, Nathan Eovaldi on April 25th, Masahiro Tanaka on May 27th. Eovaldi was at Texas and Tanaka's was at Tampa Bay. So the first set start here in the Bronx. Just 3 hits in this game, 2 for the Red Sox and 1 for the Yankees. And the Yankees, as we mentioned earlier, a slow infield roller off the bat of Brett Gardner toward 3rd base. 2-2. Leon has walked and grounded to 2nd. He's 1 for his last 22, so he started the season with 5 hits in his first 5 at bats. And that's a good way to start. And his average was in the 340s and 350s for a while. Now he's at 313. 3 infielders on the left side for Leon. And that's where he hit, right side, that's where he hits it. Castro boots it. And an E4. Don't know if it hit the lip of the grass and took an awkward hop, but still, it'll be an E4 on Castro to start off the 8th.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it. I don't think it did hit the lip. No, it didn't. Nope. He just blew it. And that's going to allow Leon to reach, and it's also going to bring a pinch runner out of the dugout for the Boston Red Sox.
And the pinch runner is Marco Hernandez. So Hernandez at first, held by Teixeira. And here is Pedroia. And a strike. Dustin has grounded to 2nd, wrapped into a 4-6-3 double play, then lined out to Teixeira at first. Fly ball into right center. Long run for Ellsbury. He's not going to get there. And that bounces into the Yankee bullpen. So the Yanks catch a break because Hernandez would have scored easily. So it's a double for Pedroia. They send Hernandez and keep him there at 3rd. And at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out.
Pedroia finds the gap in right center field for his 35th double of the year. And right away when this ball was hit, you could see it's towards the middle of the plate. Ellsbury was in the retrieving mode. It takes a hop off the warning track and into the Yankee bullpen. And that's going to make Hernandez stop at 3rd base. Once he sees the ball is in, he was off and running. And you see the Pedroia knows that he's not going to get an RBI.
Yankees bring the infield in. Count 1-0 on Bogaerts, who was 0 for 3. So the error by Castro has kind of set this up, followed by the double off the bat of Pedroia. Third hit for the Red Sox. Second and third, nobody out. Nothing in the eighth. Mark Trumbo just hit a solo shot for the Orioles. His 46th home run of the year. Top of the 8th inning. Toronto 2 and the Orioles 1.
Adam Warren has to run the gauntlet here. Tried to pick off the inside corner and just missed.
The 2-1.
Bogaerts is tough to put away. He's got more two-strike hits than anybody in the league, 79 of them.
Big spot in this game, top of the 8th inning. Two-two. Check the swing. 3-2.
Slider broke out of the zone. He thought about it.
Line drive right at Headley. One away.
Here's the line drive. Headley's going to be on the end of this one. Hernandez scampers back to third. You could see this coming.
They are not letting Ortiz beat them. And this is the move to make.
Yeah, he knew it too as soon as the ball went into Headley's glove.
So an intentional walk. And the bases are loaded for Mookie Betts. Some consider him the MVP favorite in the American League. Betts singled in the 7th. That broke an 0 for 9 slide for him. You see his numbers, they pretty much speak for themselves.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the favorites. His team's having a good year, and so is he.
Yankees back up. They're looking for the double play, which would end the inning. Hernandez at third, Pedroia at second, Ortiz is at first. That one is chopped, and it's over the head of Headley. A fair ball into the left field corner. 2-run score. Ortiz goes to third. It's a 2-run double for Betts. A chopper over the head of Headley, and it's 2-0 Red Sox.
Well, that good year continues for Mookie Betts. Chase Headley playing about even with the bag in case the ball's hit to him to give him the option. If it's hit hard, he could have gone to second for try for the double play. If it's hit softly, he could come home and get the force. This one, nobody was going to get. Up over his head, you could see Headley's reaction to the ball. Lands fair.
Yep.
Third base umpire Jeff Kellogg with the call. And Mookie, yeah, he's having that type of year.
Now they will intentionally walk Hanley Ramirez, and they'll bring in the lefty to face Jackie Bradley Jr. So the bases are loaded, and with the lefty swinging Bradley due up, Joe will call on Tommy Lane. 2-0 Red Sox, top of the 8th. Third time in as many days. Remember, he closed out the Toronto series with that Houdini act in the 9th. Pitched yesterday, pitching again tonight. This is his 28th game. He's pitched very well. Started the season with the Red Sox, now with the Yankees. Comes into a bases loaded, 1-out jam. 2 runs already in. And Jackie Bradley Jr. at the plate. And that's off the glove of Sanchez. Here comes Ortiz. Here's the throw. He is safe. The ball gets away from Lane. 3-0 Red Sox. And Lane and Ortiz really came together, and Ortiz goes back to Lane to see if he's okay.
That's about as fast as you're going to see David Ortiz move as he attempts to score on what should be a pass ball. We'll take a look. Yep, broke off his glove. And here comes Ortiz. There's a collision at the plate. Ortiz is safe.
Tell you what, Kenny, he holds on, he's out.
I don't think he ever had control of the ball.
I think you're right. All right, now the infield comes in. And that is a pass ball. Gary Sanchez has to make that play. High fly ball. Williams coming in, so is Ellsbury. Ellsbury makes the catch. And the throw is cut off by Teixeira. There's a second out. Now, for those that are wondering, it didn't seem as if Ortiz touched the plate, but he did make sure to step on it after Lane chased after the ball.
Yeah, that was a good play by Ellsbury in center field. With the infield in, he's the one who's going to have to make the play, and he fell down. He slipped on his initial break. You'll see Ellsbury in center field here. It's getting a little slippery out there in the outfield.
The third intentional walk of the inning as they walk Brock Holt, or Aaron Hill, who was pinch hitting for Holt, and they will pitch to Benintendi.
Hill pinch hit last night for Holt and hit a home run. That was the first pinch hit home run of his career. And he hit it off Tommy Lane.
Here is Benintendi. Now, we always give you positive stuff on Gary Sanchez, and he certainly earned it. That's the sixth pass ball charged to Sanchez. So playing a third of the season, he's already in the top 20 in the major leagues in that category. And there's a strike to Benintendi. So Benintendi, the ninth batter to come to the plate. Popped up, shallow left. Gardner's there, and all things considered, a real good job by Lane, but the pass ball allowed a run to score. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. It's 3-0 Red Sox. Box score brought to you by Land Rover Above and Beyond. Just one hit, an infield single by Brett Gardner. In fact, one player has reached base, Brett Gardner. A single and 2 walks. Otherwise, a whole lot of zeros. So Buchholz won 6. Ziegler hits the 7th. And now a new pitcher here in the 8th, Koji Uehara.
Also a new catcher, new third baseman for the Red Sox.
So Hill is at third.
And Brian Holiday is doing the catching.
So Didi Gregorius will lead off. And we see Hill there at third. One and 0.
Uehara does not throw nearly as hard as he used to. The veteran, when he gets you in a 2-strike count, his splitter is one of the best. In fact, that was his fastball, 85. Uehara had been closing for the Red Sox for a while, but he picked up Craig Kimbrell, one of the best in the game. And Uehara said he was fine, but moving back into a setup role.
That one's tipped into the glove of Holiday. One away. There was some talk after the Nationals released Jonathan Papelbon that the Red Sox might be interested in bringing him back, and they kind of had a dance of seduction back and forth, and it just didn't work out. So Papelbon decided to sit out the rest of the year. In all likelihood, not done with his career. 1-0 on Teixeira. One and 1. One and 2.
Tried to use the same approach that he did with Didi Gregorius. The fastball out of the zone. It looks so good because it's not really all that powerful anymore, but it's well placed, tough to get on top of.
So 2 and 2 on Teixeira. Three and 2.
.76 miles an hour.
And the 3-2. And Teixeira walks. Yankees' third walk. Previous 2 issued to Gardner. So that'll bring up Headley.
Does it look like the rain's coming down a little harder?
Yep.
Yeah.
Red Sox had their 11-game winning streak snapped last night by the Yankees. They're trying to clinch the American League East. Their magic number is 1. Toronto, bottom of the 8th inning, is leading Baltimore 2-1. So they can clinch with a Toronto loss or if they win. One and 2.
Like Headley was trying to hit that one the other way, which with only one man on the left side. Well, the Yankees need at least one more base runner to make things interesting here, and you have a pinch hitter on deck.
You got a shot of Farrell before. He's trying to lead the Sox to a division championship for the 2nd time in 4 years. And if that doesn't sound impressive, Boston had only won 2 American League East crowns in the previous 22 seasons. And the last Red Sox manager to win 2 AL East titles, Joe Morgan. Fouled away.
Even more impressive is the fact that the Sox finished in last place last year.
They've done a lot of worse to first in the last couple of years. High fly ball center field. Bradley back now comes in and he'll make the play for the 2nd out. Shaking his head. No one's been able to defeat that win tonight. And that would bring up Aaron Hicks to pinch hit for Mason Williams. Well, the Orioles are batting in the top of the 9th inning. Toronto leads them 2-1. Kimbrel warming up for the Red Sox. Cleveland and Detroit were tied at 3 bottom of the 5th inning, and Miguel Cabrera just hit a 3-run home run for the Tigers. So it's 6-3 Tigers over the Indians, bottom of the 5th.
I think I read where he's had his 12th 100 RBI season.
Pretty special player.
Yes, he is.
Two and one. Two and two.
Off-speed pitches so far are the 2 strikes on Aaron Hicks.
And the pitch. 3-2. Hicks gets on. That brings up Gardner as the tying run. And Lovello is telling Hanley Ramirez back up at first. Teixeira takes off. High fly ball. Deep right center. Drifting back is Bradley. He makes the play for the final out of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left. We go to the 9th. Uehara said, "Thank you, wind." Summary brought to you by Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Ram. We go to the 9th inning, 3-4-0 for the Red Sox. 0-1-1 for the Yankees. Buchholz won 6 shutout innings. Brian Mitchell won 7 shutout innings, but the Red Sox scored 3 in the 8th with 3 intentional walks thrown in there. 2-run double by Mookie Betts on a chopper over the head of Headley, and David Ortiz scored on a pass ball. That's the scoring. That's the ball game right now. And they go to the rookie, Jonathan Holder, to pitch the 9th. This will be his 7th game. And Holiday will lead off against Holder, and there's a strike. This is our final game of the year on Pix 11. And we want to thank everybody over at Pix 11. It's been great working with all of you, great partnership, and thank you for a really good year. And we appreciate your support as well. The 0-2, and that got home plate umpire John Tumpane. And he's trying to walk it off. Let's see what happened here. Sanchez does not catch the ball.
Maybe it was a cross-up, as now he's talking with Holder. He might have been expecting that ball to break. Instead, it holds the line, and it catches Tumpane. And he's still flexing that left arm. And we talked about the young arms. Holder's another one. Big year in the minor leagues this year. Got his indoctrination into the big leagues.
High fly ball down the left field line. And a shot.
So Holder will arrive in spring training. And he'll have an idea what the major leagues are all about. Man had a chance. Did not make the play.
Popped up behind the plate and out of play. Crowd of 35,520 here on a rainy Wednesday evening in New York City. So Holiday had a lot of foul balls at some distance as well. Top of the ninth inning at Rogers Center. Kim with a 2-run home run for the Orioles. And Baltimore leads 3-2 over Toronto. Boy, did the Orioles need that game.
Hyun-Soo Kim. He might be the least likely guy in their lineup that you would think would hit a home run.
And remember his story. They wanted to send him out because he was overweight in spring training.
Yeah.
And he said, nah, not in the contract. Not allowed to do it. I'm not going. And he's actually turned into a pretty good player for Buck Showalter.
He likes him a lot better now. I wonder if he hit that off of Roberto Osuna.
He had a rough outing against the Yankees. Yeah, he did hit it against Osuna.
Oh, that was a direct hit on Gary Sanchez. In a rough inning behind the plate. First Tom Payne and now Sanchez.
Two-two. Swing and a miss. Holder finally wins that battle. Kenny also, we have to have a hearty welcome back to our guy Jack Williams.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Who has been battling it all year and back in the booth triumphantly tonight right next to us. So it's good to see Jack.
You know, Jack wouldn't want to miss a lengthy Yankee Red Sox game.
There's Jack. Welcome back, Jack. Swing and a miss on Pedroia, 0-2. You know, as Yankee Red Sox games go, Kenny, not too lengthy.
You're right. You know, when you're thinking about some of the key hits in this game, how about Pedroia following the error by Castro to get the ball rolling for the Red Sox last inning? Follow that with a double to the gap in right center field.
Grounded to short. You might hear in the background a lot of "Let's go Red Sox" chants, and you know the Red Sox fans that are at the ballpark, they're staying because if the Red Sox win, the Red Sox will clinch. I think a lot of the fans rooting for the Yankees decided to leave after the 3 runs in the 8th inning, and it's been awful weather. So those that remain are probably tied somewhat to the Red Sox, at least most of them. I can't say all of them. And the last time the Red Sox clinched the American League East or a division title against the New York Yankees or the Yankee organization, 1904. The Yankee organization started in 1903.
That was before Yankee stadiums.
Yep.
So they've never done it in a Yankee stadium.
I think 1904 was it was in Highlander Park.
Hilltop? Or?
Yeah, Hilltop.
Yeah.
When they were the New York Highlanders. And the 0-2. Chopped slowly to Headley. Boy, he took too long to transfer the ball from the glove to the hand. Then Bogaerts gets an infield hit, and that will bring up Ortiz.
Looked like a little bit of a double clutch for Headley. Trying to throw on the run. Yeah, he couldn't get the ball cleanly out of the glove. And Bogaerts gets himself a base hit, his first of the night, by hustling down the line.
Well, Joe Girardi's going to bring in the left-hander to face David Ortiz. 3-0 Red Sox, top of the ninth. It's brought to you by Honda. Great deals are waiting at your Honda dealer. By the JetBlue card. By Land Rover. Above and Beyond. By Fios. Fios is not cable. We're wired differently. Visit getfios.com. By Modell Sporting Goods. Your fan gear headquarters. Come on, Bronx Bomber fans. You got to go to Moe's. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer on buyatoyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places. James Pazos against David Ortiz. The 1-0. And the 1-1. Nice stop by Castro. He flips to first, and he takes a base hit away from Ortiz. So Ortiz 0 for 5 last night. 0 for 4 tonight. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Yankees will have to try to get it back against Kimbrel. Hyundai, looking for a car with better tech and safety? Visit your local Hyundai dealers. 3-5-0 for the Red Sox. 0-1-1 for the Yankees as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Craig Kimbrel will come on and is going to try to close this out. The Red Sox could actually clinch before this half inning is over. They're in the bottom of the ninth inning in Toronto, and the Orioles lead the Blue Jays 3-2. So if the Blue Jays lose, the Red Sox clinch the American League East. And it just went final. So congratulations go to the Red Sox winning the American League East here in 2016. Not sure if the dugout knows. There doesn't seem to be much reaction by the Red Sox. It just did go final. But when the magic number's 1, you pretty much have an idea it's going to get done at some point. Gardner takes inside.
I bet you they were quite ecstatic when that 3 went up on in the Oriole column ahead of the Toronto Blue Jays 3-2. As the game had been much all the way, Blue Jays were leading until the 9th.
I don't think they were ecstatic in Seattle or in Detroit.
Nope.
Count 1-1.
Kimbrel, of course, a blazing fastball, good breaking ball. He's a big-time strikeout pitcher. 82 strikeouts in 51 innings.
Well, they just put it up on the board that it is a final, so the Red Sox have to see that. Now also with the Orioles winning, if the Yankees do not come back, then they will be mathematically eliminated from any postseason contention. One-two. Still 1-2. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. Holiday made the quick tag, but the third base umpire, Jeff Kellogg, said no, he held up. Well, for the Orioles, that is a big win, but Seattle and Detroit continues to win, so the weekend series against the Yankees is going to be very big for Baltimore. There'll be no setting up rotations for the wild card.
Also, with the Orioles still battling for a playoff spot, you know the Yankees will have the regulars out there ready to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Up the middle and a base hit for Gardner. Yankees have 2 hits. Gardner has 2 hits. Gardner has been on base all 4 times. A couple of hits and a couple of walks. So a leadoff single here in the 9th.
Right back where it came from. Single through the middle.
So that's going to bring up Jacoby Ellsbury. And Jacoby wrapped into a 3-6 double play in the first, popped to third in the 4th, and then struck out in the 6th. And the pitch to Ellsbury is upstairs. 1-0.
They're not holding Gardner at first base.
Now you always ask, well, why doesn't he just go? Because the danger is a line drive to somebody, and it's a double play. He does go. Pitch is high, so he'll take second on defensive indifference.
Now, I think one reason he went that time because he knew Ellsbury was going to take.
Right.
Yeah, so. Usually you're trying to work your way on base. Ellsbury had ball 1, now he has ball 2. Usually in these instances, hitters will take at least 1 strike before they start swinging, trying to work their way on base.
Two-0 count on Ellsbury. Gardner leads off second. Nobody out. Bottom of the 9th inning. Yankees down 3-0. So 1 pitch away, 1 ball away from bringing Sanchez up as the tying run. And the 3-0. A strike. Buchholz started, then Ziegler, Uehara, and now Kimbrel. Buchholz went 6. Each of the relievers attempting to go 1. The first 2 did it. Now Kimbrel trying. 3-2. And the 3-2. He walked him. And that brings up Sanchez as the tying run. here comes Carl Willis to talk things over with Kimbrel. Sanchez tonight has struck out, grounded to short, grounded to third, and McCann's on deck. So can the Yankees rally here in the bottom of the ninth inning? Remember, a win assures the Yankees of a winning season. The worst they'll do is a 500 season. They've already won 81.
This is power against power.
Sanchez with 20 home runs and 42 runs batted in. Gardner off second, Ellsbury off first. And Kimbrel deals. And Sanchez could not hold up on the breaking ball. He was starting early to try to catch up with the fastball. 0-1.
Pitch that's going to drop out of the zone, and yep, he went a little too far. Home plate umpire called it himself.
That one gets through Holiday, and that'll take a double play away as the runners move up.
This is going to be called a wild pitch. Went another breaking ball. This one ends up in the dirt. And it looked like Holiday got his bare hand on it, but not any leather.
So Gardner is at third, Ellsbury's at second. Sanchez at the plate is the tying run. 3-0 Red Sox, bottom of the ninth. Staying away from that fastball, Kenny.
Yeah, 3 straight hooks. Now he falls behind on the count.
Kimbrel leans in for the sign. Now straightens and sets. 2-1. Again, another breaking ball. And they say that Sanchez checked his swing. Red Sox dugout can't believe it. And it's 3-1.
Well, that time he did not go.
This is the ultimate respect. I mean, Kimbrel is sporting high test gas.
Close to 100.
And he's going breaking ball, breaking ball.
This might be it right here. Let's see.
3-1. And it wasn't. And the bases are loaded. So he threw him another breaking ball. And that brings up Brian McCann as the winning run. So the tying runs are on base. Ronald Teixeira will come out and pinch run for Gary Sanchez.
Showing some discipline in that at bat.
So here's McCann, 0 for 3 tonight. Fouled back, threw him a fastball right back.
pitcher throws this hard, it's very difficult to square that first one up. You're not used to seeing that speed, that early count, and then you got to get used to it. That's why I see a lot of foul balls off of hard throwing pitchers.
He went with the breaking ball, 0-2. $11 grand slams from McCann. Great numbers with the bases loaded. 340, but this year just 1 for 6. So this is his 7th at bat of the year with the bases loaded. And the 0-2 upstairs with the fastball, 1-2. Bogart shades up the middle for McCann. And the count 2-2. No place to put Brian. Two and two, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th inning, Red Sox up 3-0. The Yankees have loaded the bases.
Yeah, base on balls can be an issue for Kimbrel. Just looking at the numbers here. 51 innings. He came in with 24 walks. A lot of strikeouts, but quite a few base on balls as well. Tough, fouled off a breaking ball. Slider down and in. Ooh, maybe not quite as far down as they wanted it. That one was up there a little bit. That boy went more side to side than straight down.
Two-two. 3-2. Really making Kimbrel work. Castro on deck. What does he go with here? Breaking ball, which has a chance to dip out of the strike zone, or fastball, which could be hit for a grand slam. 3-2. Foul back here. And they'll do it again.
Can't putting on a tough at bat here.
And the 3-2 drilled to right field, and it hooks foul. So McCann turned around the fastball. A little urgent meeting on the mound. That might not be a good pitch to throw.
Let's see. It was a fastball down the middle. McCann hits it hard but pulls it foul. Shows you he can turn around a good fastball. And right away Pedroia came in from second base. He'll be a future manager.
Runners lead. And the 3-2. Nubbed up the third baseline. Foul ball. Another fastball.
Well, McCann's seen everything he's got. Fastball, slider. He threw him one poor slider. McCann fouled it off. The others have either been out of the strike zone or he's fouled them off as well. His fastball is his pitch he could control the best, and even in this inning, he hasn't had the best control of that pitch.
So now Joe Kelly is up. 3-2. He walked him, and that forces in a run. And importantly, it now moves the tying run to second base, where Teixeira could score on a single. So McCann gets an RBI on the bases loaded walk. They send out Eric Young Jr. to pinch run for him. And John Farrell has seen enough from his closer. He's thrown 28 pitches and really made a mess of things. Joe Kelly's coming in. A single and 3 walks. Yankees have scored a run, still nobody out. So they bring in Joe Kelly. Now, Joe Kelly also has some problems with control. 24 walks in 37 and a third innings. He also can strike people out. 43 strikeouts in 37 and a third. So here's Castro, who could take a fastball the other way and end this ball game because he's got power to right field. Let's see what he does with Kelly. Castro is 0 for 3. Bases loaded, nobody out. And he started him off with a hook.
One thing about Kelly, he's been getting his breaking ball over a lot better than he was earlier in the season. The Red Sox wanted him to be a starter. They've moved him to the bullpen. Actually sent him to the minor leagues a couple of times. Try and get straightened out. Got a real good fastball. Mike throws just as hard as Kimbrel, maybe harder.
The 0-1. Checked his swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, said Alan Porter.
Here's a look at the from that angle, looked like he went. That's the umpire's angle, and Alan Porter made the call. Started him out with 2 breaking balls.
Strike 3 right down the middle. Castro down looking. 1 away.
See Holiday's target, and Kelly puts it there. 3 pitches and he's gone. He actually got himself out by swinging at the first 2 breaking balls that were out of the zone.
And that's what happens with hard throwers. You got to start the bat a little earlier, and if they throw a wrinkle in there and it's a good pitch, you're either going to swing and miss because you started too soon, or you're going to try to check, and Castro couldn't. Here's Didi with 1 out. Gregorius is 0 for 3. The righty Kelly sets and deals. Didi's trying to end it with that swing, 0-1. Ellsbury at third, Teixeira at second, Eric Young Jr. is at first. Bottom of the 9th, 1 run in, Yankees down 3-1, 1 out. The 0-1 to Didi. Back to the screen, 0-2. The 0-2. High pop-up, left side. Long run for Bogarts. And in foul territory, he makes the play for the second out. And that'll leave it up to Mark Teixeira. Teixeira is in his final season. He has announced that. His final road trip at bat, he hit a home run. Before coming to the Yankees as a free agent, the prevailing thought was he would end up signing with the Red Sox. But the Yankees swooped in and got him to an 8-year deal. And here he is, trying to take this away from the Red Sox on this rainy Wednesday. And they start him off with a breaking ball away. 0-1. And the pitch. High drive, right center, going back, Bradley, track, wall, see ya! A walk-off grand slam from Mark Teixeira, and the Yankees snatch victory from the Red Sox, and they win this one 5-3. Oh, try to understand this game.
This has been a presentation of the Yes Network. Soaring into history. Your home for award-winning coverage of the New York Yankees.